Here's the thing: is that like there's a lot of smells that I would enjoy. I don't know if there's anyone in particular that I would say that I'm embarrassed to say that I enjoy. I don't know. It's kind of a weird. I was going off on like a nostalgic smell, like a cleaner that a janitor used in my elementary school,
Ooh.
so that when I would walk into the school, I would smell that smell. It would smell like whatever that janitor was using, and it's like, oh, it smells like I don't know, like a pine sol or whatever they were using.
Movie guys, hit play, let it run. Eric Jordan, 2 takes, one fun, new flick, old flick, same mic, same vibe. If it's on that screen, they gon' go deep dive. Movie guys, say the word, we ride. From the big release to the late night guy, you cue it up, they keep it love. Movie guys, movie guys.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to this most recent episode of Movie Guys Podcast. And tonight we're talking about Avatar, Fire, and Ash. Eric, how the hell are you doing?
I'm tired. I'm tired after watching this movie, Jordan.
It's your fault for watching it all one big thing. I took me 3 days, an hour a day, bud.
It did not. I did not have one sitting in this. This was a thing that I broke up episodically, and I had to pause. I think after every 10 minutes of watching it during my sessions.
Okay. Did you hate the first Avatar movie when it came out? I know I'm talking 2009, but did you hate it?
I did not have the best experience. I remember going to see it in theaters. I remember a very large and smelly man sitting next to me in the theaters. It was a packed house, and yeah, I remember that. So I'm not trying to say that, oh, I hated Avatar because I think of that guy, but it definitely didn't help. The movie was long, and it was very much a story that I have seen before, and I'm sure, again, everyone has said that they compare it to Pocahontas or Ferngully, or very much stories that are similar to that. I agreed with it, and I was just unimpressed. I was underwhelmed. There was a lot of hype that went around Avatar, the first one, and I said, okay, well, it was an enjoyable movie, but I'm not going to give it the award. But how about you?
No, I wasn't a fan. This was in the middle or just over the hump going down to the end of my horror hype, right?
Sure.
I was more excited to see My Bloody Valentine in 3D in theaters instead of Avatar. Um, and also I was more excited to see Friday the 13th. But this was Cameron's follow up to Titanic. I mean, this was 12 years after Titanic. He himself is a marketing fool, right? I mean, he's been saying that he's been developing this for over a decade, right? He created, it's true, whether you like it or believe it or not, but just like Kubrick, he created cameras for the first movie that have never been done before. He invented cameras. I mean, like, so this, I mean,
Okay.
so to have it all be green screen and have the mocap on their face and all that stuff. Yeah, I know they did it with Lord of the Rings, but he made it better, right? So I took me probably took me a decade to see the first movie. I did not go see it in theaters. I had no interest in seeing it in theaters. This is when everybody was buying a 3D TV at Best Buy, and they were advertising the hell out of it. I probably didn't see the. No, I know this because in the review, I did not see the first one until we reviewed the sequel, Way of Water, because you were giving me crap about it on that show. Like, you never saw the first Avatar? I was like, no. So I watched it to prepare for it. So
Okay.
that kind of shows my hand of it. Um, I I feel that Cameron is a victim of himself and doesn't know how to get out of his own way. And I think that he's all about hype now, and he's not about the art. And you don't make sequels this far in between, right? But they filmed 2 and 3 back to back. So
What?
they did. Yeah, they filmed it back to back. He said that he's done. Cameron has said that he is done. He's not doing any more Avatar movies. If the studio wants to take it over and hire another director, then they can do so. But he said himself that he is done. I don't know if I believe that, but that's what he says. Were you trying to look it up to see they went back to back?
No, I'm just trying to see how far apart they were. So 3 years between the release of Way of Water and Fire and Ash.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Make sure. I mean, fact check me though. Since you're there, I mean, like, they did film it back to back, right?
Yes.
Okay.
In the green screen area, it seemed like it was all that was filmed in that part. It looks like 4 and 5 are very much rumored, and if 4 were to be in development, which it says that it is right now, then it's it's planned for a 2029 release.
Okay, we'll see what happens. I'm okay with Cameron being done with it. I actually don't want to see another Avatar movie. I'm fine with never seeing another Avatar movie again.
Yeah, I'm fine as well too. I just watched this movie and I kind of already forgot about it. I don't remember really a lot from the first one. I sure as hell don't remember a damn thing from the second one.
Well, you went into the second one with your arms folded. I mean, like, you were not excited to see it. You and I both were not really excited because it's been so long. Why make a sequel? Also, too, is this guy still acting? The guy that plays Jake Sullivan or Jake Sully or whatever?
Jake Sully, Sam Worthington.
Is he still acting?
Yeah. Yes, he is. He's just not really in a whole lot of the big name stuff anymore. He's just doing his own thing, his own projects. But no, he's working quite a lot, actually.
Do you think this movie been better if Matt Damon in his interviews has said that his biggest regret was turning down Avatar? Do you think it would have been better if Damon was at the helm?
I don't think it would make a difference, honestly. I don't think it would make a difference. I don't mind Sam Worthington in the role. I don't think he adds a whole lot to it. I don't think, again, it you could take away. You could put anyone else in there, and I don't think you would get a different result. Because, as we said before, this story sucks, Jordan. The story from the first one is meh. The second one is just god awful. And this one is not any better. I have so many issues with the story in all 3 of these movies. It does feel like it's the same movie, every single one of them, all 3 of them. And I would imagine 4 and 5 are probably going to be the same damn thing too. There's a lot of retconning that they do. They're just like, yeah, we'll just fix it. That's just it. The excuse is AWA. Yeah, no, they have AWA now. That's a thing. They can just do that. Hey, isn't Sigourney Weaver dead? No. We'll just clone her. AWA, I see you. And we'll just move it along. Right, but in the last movie, didn't they get, like, shot and hit by air? Yeah, don't worry about that. We'll just put some seaweed on it. It can heal, and they're good to go.
Okay.
There's so many... I could go on.
Right.
And I don't, but there's so many parts where it's just like, right, well, if you're going to make this world and have rules of this world, then, like, make those rules and live by them. Just don't make it as you go.
I hear what you're saying, but I don't agree with you. I don't think that this story is terrible, and I'm on the fence in saying that I will defend the franchise in saying that this is not a Pocahontas ripoff. I mean, it's Alien, it's Star Wars. We have seen this before, which is fine. It is Earth is failing because humans destroyed it, and we are trying to go to another planet that's like Earth, terraforming it, trying to make it breathable, and destroying all life to make it Earth 2. All right, we've seen that 100 times before. I'm okay with that.
Sure, I'm not saying it's a blatant ripoff. I'm saying that it echoes a lot of similarities from many different movies.
So I would argue that Cameron, in his earlier days, was original. I mean, Terminator 1 and 2 were pretty original ideas, right? I don't know if you would agree with me on that, but I think Terminator 1 was a pretty good idea. In lesser hands, I think it would have been really corny. But as he has gotten older in his career, though, I think the more laxed he has gotten. You know, like, what I'm trying to say is that, okay, since we're talking about alien stuff, I think Ridley Scott is a terrible storyteller.
Okay.
But I think Ridley Scott is a beautiful visionary when it comes to film. We said about that a few weeks ago in Blade Runner, right? I feel Cameron was the 1-2 punch. I feel Cameron was a good storyteller and a really good visual storyteller after that. But man, after Titanic, I hear that's what I mean by, like, I hear what you're saying. Like, I hear that there's nothing to it. But it doesn't piss me off. If that makes any sense.
Sure. Obviously, you have not seen the new Billie Eilish movie, then.
Are you gonna count that? Are you gonna count that? I mean,
No.
we can.
I will not.
I'm the bad guy. No, I mean, so part 1 doesn't piss me off. It makes sense, right? I mean, we've seen the story before. That's okay. Part 2 was just kind of confusing, right? Like, okay, so the sky people, the humans, are back, and we're going to have a big battle in the water, and they're friends with whales. Okay, fine. This third movie, though, introduces fire people. And Eric, you said off air that if the fourth movie introduces another type, you're done. What type would they introduce that you would just lose your mind on?
Ice people, I'm guessing, because we've seen the jungle people, we've seen water people. We get to see some air people. They're kind of like just merchants, though. And now we see some fire people. This is starting to feel like Final Fantasy. This is exactly in that same beat. And so they're going based off of like these biomes of these avatars living in these different climates and picking their element. In what more can there be, right?
Do you want to see ice people, or do you want to see underground people?
I don't want to see either. But I would imagine it'd be like Avatar Eskimos and then Avatar mole people if they're going to be underground, Earth people.
Oh, good one. Earth people. It wouldn't be called Ava people?
Pandora
people. There you go.
Pandora within.
Yeah, they completely forgot, right? Because I did a recap. Thank God I did a recap, because I would not have forgot. But the big MacGuffin, if you will, of the first movie was the humans came to this planet because this planet has something that is very resourceful called ultimatum or
Unobtainium.
Unobtainium. That's a terrible, stupid name. But that was the whole point, and that's why the humans burnt down the Giving Tree in the first movies, because they wanted that. They completely forgot about it. And then, and also in the recap, the big MacGuffin in the second movie was the whale's golden blood makes people not die of cancer or something. So that's why they're going after the whales.
It's like regenerative or like the whales, because they can live for a long, long, long time. And now the air people, the humans, are like, well, forget this unobtainium stuff. We're actually trying to find out that, there's actually stuff on this planet where we can use it. We can harvest it for like a bio-enhanced, or it's like a pharmaceutical to prolong life. So, yeah, kind of like a certain other company that likes to...
Umbrella.
Keep going.
You're
not wrong, by the way, anything you say, because that's just what this movie is just like taking a...
Weyland Yutani.
But, yes. Weyland-Yutani.
Yes. Well, so now this is where I think your argument's kind of flawed, though, because the first movie they had a MacGuffin, the second movie they had a MacGuffin. This movie, there's nothing. It's just pure old revenge in this movie, right? There's no like the Sky people are trying to steal this. These group of people are trying to steal this. Like it's this good old we hate each other, so we're gonna kill each other. That's okay.
That's a problem in storytelling. When you keep on having the same antagonist, the same bad, coming back to fight the same fight, it's repetitive, it's boring. How many times am I going to see Mario fight Bowser? I don't care anymore. I know what the outcome is going to be. Unless you can give me some sort of real threat where there's a loss somewhere, which there isn't in this movie, then I'm not going to have any sense of danger for the main cast because they're just going to make it. And even if they do perish, like Sigourney Weaver in the second movie, first movie, second, I don't care. Then she just comes back as an avatar. And she's still in this movie. And she's in this movie. Her spirit lives with Awa in this movie. And she's chilling with the avatars in the spirit world. And I think T'Challa was there too. I don't even know. It's a problem because we've seen this issue with a few movies recently, right? Where there is a great story here. There is a fantastic story here with the other tribe, the fire tribe. Make them it.
Yes.
Make them the highlight. Take the air people out of it or make them completely minor or nowhere near the spotlight of where it should be. These fire tribe, I think I'm trying to look up to see what their tribe is called. It doesn't matter, I'm going to mispronounce it anyway.
This fire
Mangquan, whatever.
magma.
And liquid hot magma.
Just call them fire people. Just call them that.
But their motive is fantastic. These are people who, through an element, was a volcano, right?
Yes, I love the story. So we get allegedly the big bad in this movie, the queen. I can't even tell her name. I'm just going to call her the
Varang.
Fire Queen.
Yeah.
But Fire Queen says that just like the blue people, her area was lush, forest, green. Everything was great. Everybody was wonderful. But just like Pompeii, right? The volcano explodes and wipes out all of her people, wipes out food, wipes out water. Everything's done. And the remainder left, are living in this ash heap, right? So that's her motivation, is taking over so she can have what she once lost. I agree with you. We should not have the humans in this. We should not have the colonel in this. We should have our people that we follow. And the big bad should be the Fire Queen. Like, that's it. Nobody else. Let's make that movie. Like, let's not have the whales. Let's not have the water people. Let's have our blue people against the fire people. She is that queen is this movie. She's so great. That actress is great in this movie. I don't know why. She's really, really good. And I would love to nominate her for Movie Guys Actress of the Year. I may do it. I don't know. She was really fun. Like, I believed her character. I believed her motivations. And what really makes a good bad is that you understand what the bad is going through, and you see sometimes yourself that you would do that.
Yeah.
So, great.
She feels that the world and the AOI has turned her back on them, and so they are non-believers or just non-followers.
Great.
I guess that'd be a better way to put that. All for it. I dig it. I'm on board. Let's go.
Right. So we won't go scene by scene because it's too long. But you clearly have to watch the second one before you start this one, because the movie starts out with these two brothers, And then all of a sudden you realize one of the brothers is dead, and then you go, wait, what? And then you go to Wiki and you're like, you read the plot, and I'm like, oh my god, the brother from the second movie died. Oh, okay. Like, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, forgot. I can't tell them apart.
Yeah, I completely forgot about it. So now, I'm just going to say the forest people, right? Just to kind of, we got the forest people from the first one, water people from the second one, fire people from the third one. Make things kind of easy, right?
Yep.
So the forest people are now living amongst the water people. Everything is great. Everything is fine. Spider, which I completely forgot as well, is the colonel's son, which I didn't know that.
Yep.
I guess I forgot. He has one of the things I found annoying was that he had to have his mask on because I also forgot that this air is not breathable to humans.
Yes.
Which I also find kind of annoying too, right? Because if Spider, has to have this mask on, where are the blue people, the water people finding the constant batteries? Right? So then, to make sure that he breathes. So then I Google it, and I guess this movie, Fire and Ash, takes place 3 weeks after part 2.
Yeah, and we get a glimpse of Jake Sully going and getting items from, I guess, the fallen airships, and whether it be weapons, guns, supplies, and I would imagine masks as well too. He's getting the comms from the airships. He's going down very much like Rey from Star Wars.
Nice.
I'm just gonna keep on comparing this movie to everything else. So
that's fine. I'm good with that. So that was the annoying part of the movie for me. For the first hour, is just like, seriously, I'm like,
just like
the
Ariel from Little Mermaid, just going down to the shipwreck and getting the dingle hopper. Okay, I'm good.
I like that dingle hopper. No, I mean, like, okay, so correct me if I'm wrong, but like the first hour of this movie is definitely cat and mouse. It's definitely a chase movie in the first hour, but it ultimately goes to Spider breathing without that mask. Like, that's what the whole thing was. And I was like, oh my god, this is 3 hours long. Is this whole movie going to be them just constantly trying to find stuff for Spider? Like, I agree with the forest people's main girl, Zoe Deschanel? What's her name?
Zoe Zeldana.
Zoe Zeldana. I agree with her when she says to Jake, she's like, hey, he's not looking. Why don't we just kill Spider now? Because that's what the humans are trying to come after, is him. And he's constantly dead weight, right? Like, let's get rid of him.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah.
So this is where the colonel who was strangled and drowned in the second movie comes back. Movie Guys Rules, podcast rule number 1. No body, no death.
Yeah, it applies.
It applies. He's back with his goons.
He's back.
And the forest people, along with the water people, are flying on their, I'm not going to say birds, that's insulting, but they're flying on their pterodactyls to take Spider back to the humans? That's the plan?
Yes.
But then they're ambushed by the fire people.
Yes.
Okay.
Merchants came and they were doing a trade, and the deal was, instead of killing Spider, let's have the merchants take him back. And Jake Scully just said, all right, well, we'll escort him instead, because the Sky people, yeah.
That's what it was.
So
all of that within an hour is crazy. I mean, you could have set that up in 15 minutes. Hey, everybody, it's been 3 weeks since the second movie. Spider is definitely holding us back. He's a human. He's not like us. So let's go ahead and escort him back to the humans so we can live in peace. Done, right? Let's move on.
yeah.
But no, this movie,
Exactly.
This movie's dry. Which is funny because they're on water. So it's just it's so boring. Okay, so then we get the sky battle with the merchants, the forest people, and the fire people. And instantly, because she's on the poster, the fire queen has my attention. Like, I like her head garb. I like how they're blue like the forest people, right? But then they just put ash all over themselves, kind of like war paint, if you will. Like, it looks
Yeah, I
great.
do appreciate the different hues that they have for the different types of tribes. I think that's pretty cool. Like how the water avatar is more of like a blue green.
They're Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm wrong. They have the tattoos and stuff all over their faces and things.
Yeah, sure. You're very right.
The blue people, the forest people are Americans. The water people are Hawaiians. The
Native Americans, Hawaiians, and then
Chinese.
yeah. What would the fire people? Oh, I thought you were gonna say Mexicans.
No. Nope, Chinese.
Okay.
Because of her garb. No, that's Japanese, the Red Sun.
Okay. Well, I'm glad we were able to piece it together.
There we go. Yeah. Great battle. I watched this movie with my 9-year-old. I figured it'd be fun for her. And every time it happened, where a good guy or a bad guy, doesn't matter, would like shoot a bow and arrow and hit one of the other, and they would just like go limp and fall hundreds of feet. My daughter would be like, "He dead?" Like, "Yep." And then, pew, he dead? Yep.
Oh yeah.
No body, no death though.
He gone.
He gone. So, fire people destroy the ships that look like the alien from Nope with fire,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
And then main girl, Zoe, should be dead. She gets arrowed, and then she falls hundreds of feet. She survives somehow. And then the ash people come. Now they're on the ground, and they're picking up the scraps. And then we get a cat and mouse chase. And this is where Spider is. He is out of air. He's dying. And then Sigourney Weaver, but it's not Sigourney Weaver, is like, wait. Mother Pandora here has said that we're just going to connect somehow. And he can breathe. I don't know.
Yeah. Kiri is the Sigourney Weaver avatar. That's her name, and she's special.
She is. She's
just like Jesus. She was of divine birth, right? And she can kind of connect with Ewa a bit more closely than everyone else. I don't understand the rules. I thought you just had to connect your hair to like other people with hair, but apparently you can connect it to the jellyfish underwater or like the main jellyfish where you tap in, I guess.
That was in other movies.
And now you can do it to like the roots of the plants.
Yeah.
Okay.
They did it in the first movie with the giving tree.
Yeah, you can just plug into any part of the world that you want.
Okay, fine. So I'll just go ahead and just call it out because now I'm at the part of the show.
The giving tree though had tentacles. It doesn't matter.
So like this is where I'm gonna start calling things out with you here, right? Like what they're doing is that these are Native Americans, and the stereotype is Native Americans are one with nature, one with Earth, right? That's what they're doing. These are different Native American tribes, obviously.
That's very obvious, yes.
Right. So is the fourth movie going to be The Trail of Tears? No. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. That was
maybe it could be Little Bighorn.
Oh, it could be. It could be Alamo. Look, I'm dogging this, but I told you off air that I was going to fight you a little bit because you were just going on a rant about how much you hated it. And I'm not saying that this is stupid. It's just that now that I'm reviewing this with you and I'm going it through with you scene by scene, the more you're right, the more questions and not understanding of the world that I have. But then also I go back and watch the recap, and it does follow with the rules. I mean, Jake Sully, right? He was a human, and they laid him down with his avatar body, and Ava, the Earth, came in with the white vines and transformed him into the avatar body. So that's no different than this Mother Earth giving Spider alien breath, right? It's no different.
Awa is this all powerful, all seeing plot device
Yes. So
that can make any and everything happen just because that's the planet. They're Awa. The will of the planet says it's so it is, and no questions will be asked. Don't worry about it. This human can now breathe air. He's going to grow a tail. This crippled man is now going to be a full-time avatar. This other human, we're just going to clone her. We can do that. Don't worry about it. Yeah, and it's not like... So, Awa has to know that these sky people have been coming in and wreaking havoc. Then, I mean, it seems conscious, but my main issue, not to dig into the specifics on that part, but to put it in a broad sense, to help you out in your argument against mine, or however you want to present it, is that all three of these movies are long. They're over 3 hours.
yes, that's Cameron's fault.
Yeah, and I don't feel like that's justified. I feel like the story doesn't deserve that long of a storytelling runtime. I feel that you can do what you're trying to do, James Cameron, in 2 hours. You can very easily, I think, do that if you were to cut out a lot of stuff. A lot of characters in this movie don't need to be in this movie anymore. You can deliver the same points without any of these characters in their dialogue. We don't need Giovanni Ribisi in this movie. We don't need Edie Falco in this movie at all. Cut them out completely. We don't need a lot of the humans in this movie. If you want to keep the Colonel in there, that's fine. You can have him doing his contact, or he could still be in charge. He could do his own thing. Giovanni Ribisi is still drilling unobtainium, still doing his thing. You could have a new threat of them, like, oh, hey, we had the scientist, that guy with the mechanical arm.
Yeah, that got ripped off in the second movie.
This from the second one. So he's the guy who's like, oh, well, geez, we can do this. So have that for that focus, and had the Colonel just completely be revenge-driven against Jake Sully for his betrayal. I get that. But to put them all in the same movie and then having them do the same thing, it's cluttered. It's a lot, and it wastes time. It also makes me confused because it's like, well, wait a minute. Like, why are they here again? What? Because it seems like they're going out of their way to do what they're trying to do.
Well, I won't disagree with you, but one of the things that I think would be better for this movie is have the Fire Queen be the big bad, not have any humans at all, and just have the Colonel be this mercenary, rogue, renegade, totally out for revenge against Jake and not answer to anybody. And then have him just be the thorn in the forest people's sides while they're trying to fight against the fire people.
So here's another thing that bothers me about this movie. Same thing that bothered me in the Rebel Moon movies. Same thing that bothered me in the new Star Wars trilogy movies is that we are living... These movies are in a future. These movies... Well, I guess not Star Wars. That's Galaxy... That's a far, far away, a long time ago.
Yes.
But you're living in a universe where they have incredible technology, right? So the Earthlings, the humans, were able to travel long distance with their technology. They have these mega structures, these mega machines, and all of this fancy tech. They can locate, they can track, they can do all this stuff simultaneously. They can see the movement and the tracking of every animal in the area of Pandora that they're looking at, right?
Right.
So their goal is to find Jake Sully or trying to do whatever, and instead of using any sort of advanced tech that they have, would there be some sort of crab crawling submarine shit?
That was pretty cool.
Excuse me.
That was pretty cool, though.
What the hell?
Why not? They're in
sort of-
water. It's a Bond villain. It's great.
I get that, but if you have a plot device like AWA who is just like, oh yeah, we can do this, then why can't you just like in Rebel Moon, like, okay, well, our only goal is destruction. Well, then do that from space. You have the tech. You do it from like in a higher up. You have the tech, but instead they're just like, you know what we should do? We should get boots on the ground. We should send down a bunch of people. We should send down a bunch of mechs and people, and we'll just shoot stuff instead of like, I don't know, take like a drone or like shoot a missile at a whole area, a nuke, and just blow it up.
Wait a minute.
And like, wouldn't that be easier?
Wait a minute. So you're complaining about that. I just, before this review, was outside on my outside TV, skimming through scene by scene of Starship Troopers. And that literally is the same movie. And you're not complaining about that. Is it because Starship Troopers is a satire? And this isn't?
It's exactly a satire. And yeah, isn't that a commentary though, Starship Troopers, about who the real enemy is? Because we're led to believe that in Starship Troopers the bugs are the enemy, but it's more dug deeper into the satire that no, the bugs are just chilling. We were looking to get a war on, and
yeah, sure. And I don't want this to be a Starship Troopers review. All I'm getting at is that I just fresh off of watched it again, and this is far in the distant, this is in the far, far future, and we're landing on a planet, Starship Troopers, and they're shooting with bullets, but they have many.
Hey, you got to nuke down a bug hole.
Yeah.
You got a lot of dead bugs,
and it's just like, wait a minute, you're shooting bullets. You have these giant spaceships with nukes
yeah, but
on
those
them.
things got blown up because the bugs would shoot at the spaceships.
Well, then there you go. Maybe the whales in Avatar spit water up and has destroyed the ships. You don't know this.
I don't know that, and I don't think James Cameron does either.
Good point.
So write it into the fourth movie. That would be an awesome visual to look at, and it would shut me up in the process.
All right.
But you know what? I know he's listening to the show. He's a fan of the show.
Yeah.
Do it, James Cameron. Shut me up. I dare you to write a competent story for this series.
Fair enough. All right, I'm just saying. I'm just like I'm trying to give this movie credit to where I hear what you're saying, but then I get off a movie like Starship Troopers. I was like, it's literally the same thing. Wait, you're putting boots in the ground where you have nukes attached to guns. Just nuke the planet.
So there's the other part. Okay, boots in the ground, fine. You have technology that can scan. You have technology that can read infrared, like X-ray, everything. And you still are like having to guess. There's a part of the end of this movie, right, where like there's some sort of magnetic field tornado thing that's up in the end, and
That's underground
they
for
even
giving.
say like they are even saying like, oh, we shouldn't go near that. And how does that ship get demolished, Jordan?
It gets demolished by going near it.
It goes near it.
Right.
What the? Lot of issues with that. Hey, don't push this red button in this room, Jordan. I'm gonna leave you here. Do not push this red button, though.
I know a guy in college for his freshman short film that made a movie called The Red Button. It was hilarious. Okay, so
Listen, I don't want to dog on this movie or the other ones completely the entire time.
No, of course
Let's
not.
talk about its achievements. And I know we can agree on this, that this movie, the second one, and the first one look gorgeous. Absolutely just gorgeous.
they do.
Visually, it's some of the best movie, one of the best movies I've seen.
Right, but I feel, and this is why I thought about after you and I talked off air today, was just because the movie looks good doesn't mean it gets a mulligan. This movie is beautiful to look at. All of them are beautiful to look at, but that's all these movies are. These movies are porn. Literally, that's all they are, because the second one and this one are not even released in 3D. That's all that the first one was about. Was you got to see this world in 3D. They're not even re-releasing 2 or 3 in 3D. 3D's not even a thing anymore. I'm sorry. Real D. So it's like, I hear what you're saying. I agree with you. I will never fight anybody and say these movies are not pretty to look at. I'm just saying they're teetering porno at this point. It's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, fine.
Absolutely.
Like something that, and I know you're right, we shouldn't dog the whole time, but one thing that doesn't make sense to me, I did actually go back and rewind it. So the Colonel says, I got one more hand to play. He surrenders himself to the fire people. And he's around all the fire people. The Queen comes out, and then this one fire person guy is like, meh, right? And then the Colonel just out of nowhere is like, drop him. Sniper up in the distance just shoots the guy dead. Nobody kills the Colonel after that? That was crazy to me. Right? Like, what?
I mean, she's showing his power.
Right. But then what doesn't make sense, and this is what I rewound, is that the Fire Queen says, come to my hut. And he's like, okay. And she makes him snort cocaine? Not literally. But she makes him snort some hallucinogen to accomplish what? She says, I want to see who you are. We don't see who he is. He's just kind of high, kind of not. He's like in a twilight. He's not like seeing things. Like I thought we were going to like see his point of view where it's just like, the walls are melting and stuff. Like, no, it's just, what was the point of that scene?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. I'm curious if I missed something.
I thought maybe you could say that he displayed his power and she's displaying hers.
Okay, fine, great. So he displayed his powers with machines, because they say a few times in this movie, if you have steel, if your hands touch steel, then your heart is steel or something like that, right? Like,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So he has the power of brawn, and she has the power of hallucinogens, right?
Yeah, of influence, sure.
Where was that the rest of the movie? Because this amazing, wonderful character of the Fire Queen, after this hallucination scene, gone. She's just the right-hand man of the Colonel. We get these big battles at the end, and she does nothing. Like, you would think that she would be like Green Goblin, like throwing balls of like powder, cocaine on the ground, and people go, yeah, my face is melting or something. Like, you would think, like,
yeah,
why show this and not do? They just completely forget about her, and she's so cool. This is.
I agree. They really underutilized her, and I think they missed the mark on that.
I haven't been this pissed off about a female villain since Thor Ragnarok.
Okay.
Because she because she was good. What was her name in Thor Ragnarok? Not the actress, but the character's name. Like
Helena.
Yeah. Like she. Oh my God, this is a good bad, right? This is Thor's sister. This is great. And then in the middle of the movie, they just forget about her.
Yeah.
And it's just.
Yeah.
It's just,
I wonder if she'll come back in the fourth one.
Well, she has to, right? Because no body, no death, right? Why? So anyway, I've already explained to you, and you agree that the Fire Queen kind of gets the shaft, but we get the big climax of the movie where the blue people, the whales, the water people, they're all going against the fire people and the Colonel and the humans. And the humans have Jake, and they put him on display in a glass cage to do what? I don't know. First of all, why would you do that?
I I guess he is public enemy number 1, and they really wanted to get him to
Great.
for the optics and show a message. I kind of forgot why, but whatever.
Okay, so not to be political, but it's not like we went to Venezuela, got the guy, and then put him in middle Times Square in a glass cage and said, please don't kidnap him.
Yeah, I don't know what the purpose of that.
Right? Why would you put him in a glass cage in the middle of everything and not expect somebody? And then this random scientist who in the middle of the movie has one line of, well, I don't like this, comes in with a big-ass bulldozer, and she's like, come on, Jake, let's go.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so this scene. It's Jermaine Clement, by the way. One half of the Flight of the Conchords.
Golden headphones? I don't know who he is.
Actually, I don't. Let's see. He was in.
I'm just curious.
No, we didn't do. What's that?
I'm just curious. Golden headphones for this guy?
He was in, what, Men in Black 3? Is that what it is? He's been in a lot of movies. He plays the Tomator, the crab in Moana.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he sings Shiny. I know that's your favorite
I'd
song.
rather be shiny.
Let's see. He was in a Minecraft movie.
Okay, so that's two
Played a
movies.
voice.
Does the voice count as golden headphones?
I maybe.
Let's make the rule now. Sure. So then,
And he was in Way of the Water.
all right, golden headphones for this random scientist guy who saves Jake with the bulldozer.
Yeah. So congratulations, Jermaine Clement. Yeah, you did it.
It's in the mail.
Clement. Anyway, but he's a biologist, and he's like, you guys, what you're doing is wrong. He gets a very giant bulldozer and breaks Jake out. The reason why this movie, and again, it kind of shows that, is another dumb decision, is that all of the troops who are on the ground as this giant, massive bulldozer is coming to break him free, the people on the ground with the guns start to shoot
The bulldozer.
at the bulldozer, and like not just like at the tires or like the cockpit or whatever you want to call it he's at, but like at the actual front, the nose of it, and it's just like, what?
This thing.
Why?
This thing is so massive, Eric. I don't know if you paid attention, but I was just like, what?
How massive is it?
There you go.
Okay.
There's no windows for him to turn his head left or right to try to back up. All around him is cameras. It's all video screens. That's his backup cameras. Like, this thing is huge, right?
Yeah, it is going very massive.
So him and Jake escape, and then we get the big battle. The whales come in. The whales fight the humans. The humans want to fight the whales. And then the blue people and the water people fight the ash people. And then the queen water person is pregnant. You had questions?
Kate Winslet.
That's Kate Winslet.
Yeah.
So I have a... Okay. I mean, clearly Jake's clone girl is clearly the face of Sigourney Weaver. You couldn't make the pregnant water lady look like Kate Winslet?
She kind of, I don't know. Their eyes are a bit like Sid from Ice Age.
The last
far apart there.
The last dandelion. Anyway,
She's pregnant the entire time, and it doesn't seem like the avatars really give a damn whether you're a child or pregnant. Get yourself a gun or a bow and arrow. You're fighting. Let's go.
just like Starship Troopers, we don't care.
Why movies like this, where it's always like the kids who are within like an arm's reach of danger,
Right.
and it's like, okay, now you stay here and don't do anything, and then as soon as they leave, kids are like, hey, we should go do something, right? Scream 7. It's like, oh yeah, I know that there's a lot of stuff happening outside right here, a lot of very dangerous stuff, and we might die, but we should go do that for the plot.
Because we, the audience, would not do that when we were kids. But we as the audience had a group of friends. One of our friends was a crazy loudmouth Asian who had traps. Another one of our friends was really fat. And there was a treasure map, and we didn't go and face the treasure map. But
That's right.
But these kids did. We are living vicariously through the children. You wake up and you hear a noise, Eric, at your age now, and you're shed out back, and there's an alien, you would shoot it. You would go, what the fuck? And you just shoot it.
What are you doing here?
You would not ask questions. You would just shoot it. But the kid in you would go, hey, you want to be friends?
Yeah, I've seen Flight of the Navigator. I drive around a giant platinum Nerf ball. That'd be awesome.
I'm just saying that's why the kids do what they do in these movies. I mean, like, it's just because, right? It's because we. But then the second.
That's okay. An alien spaceship is a bit different than a full-on war, Jordan.
No, we've seen that before too. We've seen that in war stuff, right? How many times did Ripley say to Newt, "Don't do this"? And what did Newt do? Not at all. But Ripley
did that. Funny that you went to another James Cameron movie.
I don't want to go on a rant, so I'm going to move on. Because I could go on a rant. No. But they killed the kid in the second movie. The kid died in the second movie. Doesn't a kid die in Stand By Me? I mean, sometimes when the kids go, don't listen to the adults, there's some repercussions for it. Not in the third movie here, but in the second movie that happened. Right?
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, I understand that too. And I could talk to you about a lot of kids dying. And by coincidence, it would be a lot of Stephen King books or movies where a child dies, or children, multiple.
Plural, if you will. So the battle's going on. While the battle's going on, the Water Queen gives birth, and she's already dying. And she has enough strength to give birth, but then she says to the forest main girl, Zoe, she's just like, hey, bud, take care of her. She's like, all right, will do, right? And what?
My question was just on the anatomy. Just like, wait a minute, so they have parts like that work like that?
I'm assuming so, because they have loincloths that cover things. If you noticed, the mature women, had things covering.
Yep.
How did the infants get their food, buddy? They don't have
through AWA.
They don't have teeth.
They have their little braid that they can just tap in.
Yeah, you hinted that at the beginning of the review. I really do hate, and it goes actually down a popcorn rating for me, that Spider can breathe the air, but now Spider has a hair tail that has the tentacles to, like, okay. Like yeah. This dude's a human. What are you doing? I mean, you didn't transfer his mind into an avatar. Like, this dude's straight up human. Like, his DNA is completely different.
And what is in this movie, they have it a few times where if someone, like, if I were to creep up behind you, excuse me, if I were to creep up behind you and I were to take my hair tail and put it into your hair tail, I suddenly have power over you and I can like stun you or something. Like, they don't really explain that. It happened a few different times through people, like
maybe like a mind control thing.
Yeah, like Varang, the fire matriarch, did it to the Colonel a few times. I think she did it to Spider, right? Didn't Kiri do it somewhere to Varang as well too? Like,
well, Kiri,
it's happened a few different times.
Kiri's Zoe, right?
No, Kiri is Sigourney Weaver.
Which one's Zoe?
Zoe is Neytiri.
Neytiri. Well, also in this movie too, Neytiri was fighting against the Fire Queen, right? And then she like wraps the Fire Queen's braid, and she had a knife in it. She was like, "I'm going to cut your braid off." And we've seen in other scenes in the beginning of the movie where if they would get their braid severed, then they would die instantly.
Yeah, kind of.
like a connection
Yeah,
to.
I do like how that was like their version of scalping. By the way, too. So when the fire
Is that what they meant?
I they used the actual word scalping, which
Right.
was pretty on the nose. But didn't they like when the first strike of the fire people, the fire tribe came in, and they were killing. Didn't maybe I was mistaken. Maybe I was half watching. But yeah, like as their trophy, they would cut the braids off.
Good point. I never saw that. That makes this movie go up now a bag because that's a good idea. Because they said scalping a few times. Like who's getting scalped? What's going on? But no, it's the
Yeah.
braid cut. That's interesting. The Colonel fights Jake again, and the Colonel, no body, no death. And I told you the story off air. The Colonel's fighting. There's fire below. The Colonel falls. He screams, right? And my 9-year-old looks at me and goes, "No body, no death, right, Dad? Movie Guys Podcast #1." I was like, "Yeah, that's true." And Colonel's allegedly dead. Fire people are not dead. The Fire Queen is gone. Like, she's not dead. None of the bad guys, besides the humans, really get their comeuppance, which is disappointing, right? Because
Yeah.
I don't want to see the Fire Queen die. But man, she was such a good character. I wanted to see her arc. Like I wanted her to
Yeah.
like die at the foot of her volcano and be like, "Oh, I can see now that this was Ava's plan," and I'm doing wrong by doing this. Like just stuff like that. So,
Yeah, of course.
all right, popcorn rating. I'm curious what you're going to say. I think I told you off air. I'm going to give this one a small bag of popcorn. I will, because I'm never going to see it again. And when the fourth movie comes out and it's on the schedule, and you're going to say, "Jordan, what are we doing?" And I'm going to say to you, like I said already for this one, we did the other ones. We got to do this one too. The movie's pretty to look at. I'm okay with the story. But I think the problem is that the questions that you and I have are not necessarily not in the movie. I just don't think that we're fans enough to care about the story. I'm sure these things have come into play. Like, for an example, I watched the recap, and this movie, for a good few minutes, made it clear that Jake tamed this big orange pterodactyl, and that was like a big deal. But I guess in the first movie, that was a big deal in the first movie where like no blue person could tame this orange pterodactyl, but Jake could. So therefore he's a part of the clan. Did you see that in the
Yeah.
stuff like that? So it's like I just don't think we're invested. So
I agree completely.
that's what I think the problem is. I think that if we were invested and one of us were super fans, then we'd be like, "No, yeah, all this makes sense." Like totally cool with it. I have a lot more questions, like what's going to happen with Spider in the future. Like Spider's the big thing for me. It's like, wait, this guy's a human being, and
He's the missing link.
yeah, like what's going on with him? I hope to God the Colonel doesn't come back, but it seems like he will. Again, I don't think this is terrible. I've told you that we have reviewed worse movies. So
Oh, I agree.
small bag for me. But Eric, what is your popcorn rating for Avatar? Fire and Ice. Fire and Ice. Fire and Ash. Sorry.
There you go. It's a small bag for me as well. I agree with you completely, Jordan. That is pretty as this movie is, and not even just visually, but like the camera work that goes along with it too, following them through the forests and through the water. I think that it's just fantastic. The fight scenes are really cool. I get that, but I'm just so not in it that I don't care. I don't care about these characters. I don't care about their interaction and what's going on. I don't really care what happens to them. I am at this point, if Avatar 4 comes out, if they're to make it, which again, seems like they are, I would just tell a new story. Get rid of all of these characters completely and just tell me a brand new story with like another tribe. And because this can't be the only area that the sky people, that the humans are going in to just do their stuff. Like Pandora is a massive planet, right?
Yeah, it's Earth.
So like, don't go to just one spot. You should be going to different areas and tell a different story. It's going to be the same story because, I mean, 1, 2, and 3 are basically the same story. But, like, give me something new. You know, like, the world is established. You have that. And you are allowed to expand a bit more. You're allowed to make your Tokyo Drift here and expand the world.
Which is the best one, some would argue.
Yes, they would. So that's what I'm hoping for, but I know I'm not gonna get it. There is a movie in here. It's just I think the wrong story was told.
Do you think this should be nominated for worst film of the year?
I don't
Really?
know what the other I don't know what the other nominees are. I forgot what they were.
Well, like you got most disappointed, second look. I mean, because what did this movie do? I'm so sorry on air here, but I'm just.
It made $1 billion. Like
no, it didn't.
All these movies have made $1 billion.
Let's see here. I have it right here. Fire and Ash. Oh my God, you're right. Fire and Ash had a budget of $400 million and it made 1.5.
Yeah, it makes money, and I think James Cameron had said that in order for him to keep doing the Avatar, all of them have to make $1 billion.
Well, this movie's made less. The sequel was made for $400 million and it grossed 2.3. So, wow, really? This is crazy.
Yeah, if I remember correct, here actually I think look it up here. That I'm pretty sure that this movie is just huge in like China.
For some reason that makes sense. Like it's
yeah.
When did this come out?
I'm trying to find it. I maybe I just dreamt that, but for some reason I remember reading or hearing that this movie was just incredibly popular in China or India or maybe both.
Okay, all right. So this movie came out in December. This was a Christmas movie, and it's made a bill. Good for that. Okay. You know what? Maybe this will be nominated for second look movie of the year because evidently you and I are missing the ball here. I mean, for a movie to make $1 billion, I mean, maybe we're just old men on this one. I mean, that's pretty good.
Is it?
I mean, dude. I mean, Joker made a bill, and that's a damn good movie. The Harry Potter movies made bills. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna go into this more in the future, and if there's ever an Avatar 4, I'll look more. But yeah, for this to make $1 billion, that's crazy. I didn't think it made that. I thought it was a box office bomb.
Captain Marvel made $1 billion too. So just to fight what you were talking about.
Really, Captain Marvel made a bill, huh? Really?
Yeah. Yes.
Who likes Captain Marvel?
I think that was just right place, right time because I believe that came out before Endgame.
Okay.
So maybe they were just. That was 2019. So Marvel was hitting the iron hot. So.
Okay. I was just curious. I mean, as of right now, and we'll end the show on this one. As of right now, Avatar is the #1 movie of all time.
As far as money?
Yeah, it made $2.92 billion. Endgame made 2.8. Way of Water made 2.3. Titanic made 2.2. Okay. I mean, dude, this is a damn good list. I mean, you got Star Wars, Force Awakens. You got, which isn't good. You got Spider-Man: No Way Home, Inside Out 2, Jurassic World, Lion King. That's pretty good, man. I don't know. I mean, I guess the end of the show is like, it's kind of like popular music, right? Or it's like, I don't want to like it, but for some reason I can't stop snapping my fingers. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, there's something there that I like, but I don't like it.
I get you completely. Dude, you're talking to, again, somebody who likes the Fast and Furious franchise.
Right.
So I get that somebody somewhere is getting something from this franchise.
I guess.
And that's great.
Not for us.
Enjoy it. Live your life and speak the language and do the hand signs.
Well,
so that's cool.
Well, it may be worst film of the year or maybe second look movie because we're crazy on it, but we'll see. But anyway, you can check us out at movieguyspodcast.podbean.com or, of course, wherever you get your podcast from. We're on those platforms. Eric, thank you so much for joining me, and we'll be back next week for another awesome episode. Have a good night.
Hit the thing. Lights fade. Mike Love. Hot take. 2 seats. 1 stage. Roll clip. Press play. Eric tossed the plot like a lob. Jordan catch the frame, that's the job. Fresh out the theater, ticket still warm. Talking through the third act, twist in the storm. Popcorn stuck in the hoodie, arguing mid. Nah, that's a goodie. One says masterpiece, one calls me. Both still quoting that line on the steps. New drop every week, that's the plan. Spoilers in the holster, till they land. From Capes car chases to quiet little dramas. They break it all down like film school daddies. Movie guys, hit play, let it run. Eric Jordan, 2 takes, 1 fun, new flick, old flick, same mic, same vibe. If it's on that screen, they gon' go deep dive. Movie guys, say the word, we ride. From the big release to the late night guy, you cue it up, they keep the love.